We're at the Electrify Expo in Arlington, Texas, November 2025. So our first stop of the day was at Lucid. We kind of went past all the other manufacturers to come down here because this is the first time we've had a chance to take a demo drive in a Lucid Gravity. And we got to kind of look around at one last year. It was closed up at the expo. This time they've got them open. So we'll take a look at the inside and then we'll take it out for a drive. All right, John, from the cockpit of the Lucid Gravity, what are you seeing?
It's a car. It's a yoke. They've got these. I'm sure someone who knows more about the Lucid knows what's going on here. This screen is really nice. The whole kind of dash infotainment system looks very, very tasteful in a world that has, you know, cards with just a giant screen slapped in there. This is very nicely done.
So big screen that goes all the way from here over to here. This is probably going to be the main screen. We'll find that out when we drive it. Really, maybe these are track pads. We'll figure that out when we drive it as well. Probably infotainment screen up there, and then look at your glass roof. Just like the Lucid Air, there's no beam going across here, but it is here to here, and then it continues with the glass roof behind you.
It's really impressive looking.
John, I don't have Rachel here, so how big is the back end of this thing?
Well, I suppose I'll climb in since you usually climbs in. It's pretty big. I mean, I'm sitting up, and I'm not a small mammal.
But I'm thinking that that's a third row seat.
Yeah, this looks like third row seating to me.
Yeah.
It looks like it would be pretty tight. Like this is, I mean, it's not as bad as like the back seats in a 2+2, but I wouldn't want to be an adult in these back seats, just as my guess from looking at it, but I'm not sitting in them, so I don't know.
You pull here,
right,
lift up, watch your arm.
Yeah,
Pull the rope. And then the headrest, and that's the third row seat in place.
And you know what?
How much room do you have back there?
It's pretty good. Like I'm obviously I'm not stretching my legs out, but I'm not cramped, you know? Like you can see sort of where this line was. Here, I'll go over here.
Power seat.
You can see where I'm meeting with this. You know, I'm 6 foot, I'm like a 32 inseam, so you know, it's not bad. And my head's not hitting the ceiling. I got like a couple inches of leg room. If you were like really big and tall, I think you might be cramped back here.
But you could legit fit 7 people in this that are not kids.
You could genuinely fit, well, maybe you could genuinely fit 6 people in this that are not kids.
Well, I mean, you could fit 3 across the center bench.
Right, but I think you need a small person there.
So the Lucid Gravity Grand Touring, 450 miles of range, 828 horsepower in an SUV like this. And the 0 to 60 time is what, 3.4 seconds?
Yeah, that's pretty serious.
For this one, that's the Grand Touring. What was the other trim that we looked at? We need to check that.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Grand Touring as well. So these are the top of the line Gravities here. Now this is the Lucid Air, and this is the pure. This is the base model Lucid Air. 420 miles of range, 430 horsepower, and a 4.5 second 0 to 60 in rear wheel drive with no glass roof. So this is the base model, and I think this is around 80 something.
That's not as bad as I was expecting.
So let's take it and see if we can get in it.
I mean, what does it compete with? Is this like
this is going to compete with the Tesla Model S.
Okay, so it's like a S-Class 7 Series type. It doesn't seem, now I'm not driving it. It doesn't seem really big. They got this. This is insane.
Which part?
They've got these dials here. I don't know what's going on here.
It's like big versions of what we have in the Model 3.
I suppose so.
And here you can see this, what the screen looks like. I don't know if that's showing up on camera with the glare, but.
It also is a very tasteful interior in here. And that's a little bit more the feeling I was expecting. This is not a bad, I don't know, I'm looking for paddles. Not a bad place to be.
I'm actually kind of digging this.
Yeah?
Yeah, seats appear to be ventilated.
Oh.
They've got the vent holes in them at least.
They're perforated anyway.
Perforated, yeah. Plenty of shoulder room. Mm-hmm. And it's a very tasteful car.
Door handles are very sane.
Checking the back seat. Yeah, if I remember, the back seat is all kinds of room.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Could you take a nap back there while this is going on the interstate?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know what it's like when it's rolling. It probably is really nice when it's rolling.
Probably.
But the vents, like, look at this. Like, vent controls in the center console we've seen before. I've never seen this before.
On the side.
This is crazy.
You actually get full air conditioning for your rear seat passengers. And this is the base model.
The compartment here,
Another hidey hole for your rear seat passengers.
you got sunshade, you get the climate controls here. There's heated seats. Let's see what else I can
So
find
heated
back
rears,
here.
heated and cooled fronts, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I would hope for. So
Oh my gosh.
you get
cup holders and a console
Yep.
for your rear seat passengers.
And there is another hidey hole back here.
That's going to be a trunk pass-through, right?
Mhm. That's for your golf clubs and your skis.
So these coordinates that are on the door sill correspond with this town, which is where the interior was inspired by. So this is what the Mojave interior looks like in the Air, and what we saw in the Gravity was the Tahoe interior. First thing we did for test drives was to take out the one Lucid Air that they have here. We'll give you John's thoughts after the drive.
Are we ready to go? Should I try and squeeze past this guy?
And this is the Pure.
This is the Pure, yeah. It's going to be the base model.
So what's
And
the
it's
root?
got that California Bear. I love where the blind spot monitor pops up.
It's smooth. It's comfortable. It doesn't. You know what? I'll keep that to myself. I was gonna say it doesn't feel that different from the Tesla. The steering feels better than the Model 3, though. The steering in the Tesla is a little just numb and artificially heavy feeling.
And see, even though they moved the Expo out of Circuit of the Americas, we're still taking a demo ride on the racetrack. Because this is going to be one of the straightaways for the IndyCar race in March, this road.
Yeah, imagine having a wide enough road it can be a straight for IndyCar.
So what are your driving impressions on that demo ride?
It doesn't feel too different from the Model 3. It does feel better, right? Like
I would hope.
The steering wheel is a nicer material. The steering feel is less like artificially heavy, though. I mean, it is what it is, right? But it seemed like it was a totally capable car. Didn't exactly put it through its paces, but you know.
No, we didn't really get much of a chance to open it up.
We tried the Swift drive mode, and that definitely had some pep. Had some pep in its step. It was ready to go.
Aurora green?
Aurora Green, yes, sir.
Well, we've had some of those lately. All right, now there's a thing to adjust the steering wheel.
Get you comfortable. If
There it is.
Spot, there you go.
Adjust.
And it's gonna be just these,
And use these things.
inside there. Yep.
Well, that's better than the screen on the Air.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of using the screen in the Air.
Okay, so this Squircle does feel a little weird.
You all got ventilated seats up there?
This thing is smooth. The steering feel on the ride is so smooth. This is like riding on glass. The nav is right there. The blind spot is right there. That is just excellent placement for me, in my opinion. I didn't even see where the nav was on the Air.
On the Air, you do have it on the right hand
But
side.
it's in this area. It's just
right
not.
here. Yep,
okay.
exactly. And then you can also have it on the middle screen as well.
I like it better there, because it's right. Well, that's probably better for the passenger, though.
Look at that. I'm going to show that for a second. That's really.
Oh my gosh! So you could actually say, please put your seat backs up and your tray tables in the full upright position as we arrive at our destination. Do you happen to know any efficiency stats off the top of your head? Or is there a way to check the efficiency? But that's saying 2.4. I don't expect to see a Lucid ever get under 4. It added some glare right there.
Tell me about what driving the Gravity was like.
It was very smooth. It was a very, very smooth riding car. Since it's just out now, it's only got the top trim line available. And the way that Lucid does their glass roof, there's no bar here. And when we pulled into the drive, it just got a lot of glare off of where the sun was. But my favorite thing is how smooth the car is, but I love where they put the blind spot indicator, the blind spot mirrors when the turn signal comes on, navigation, everything right in the driver's eye line. But these are very, very high-end cars, and even at the base price of the Pure, it's still a very expensive vehicle. However, You can find these used somewhere in the country for under $40,000. So that might be a really worthwhile bargain for somebody out there looking for something with a little bit of luxury if they just don't happen to mind having about 30,000 miles on their car. I don't know if they have enough Cybertrucks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They got 10 Cybertrucks over here for demos. John, just for comparison, we're sitting in a Cybertruck.
Yep.
Could we land an airplane on that dashboard?
Yeah, you could land a big one.
Well, you were saying that was the size of your desk at work?
Yep.
Or your
just
desk
about.
isn't that big?
Listen, my desk maybe is a little wider, but it's not that deep.
And what were you saying about the kick plate on the floor?
Okay, look at this. So I don't know how well you can see this on camera because it's black on black, but there's this cutout here. So if I try and just put my feet hip distance apart, I'm catching this, right? So I've got to crowd my feet in like I'm driving a Stratos or something. Like, I don't know why, like, I understand being crowded out like this in the passenger seat of a Miata, which I am, but this is a gigantic truck.
Yeah.
Why is there not more footroom?
Well, let's compare it to the Ford.
Let's compare it to the Ford.
Nothing new. We're in the Ford line at Electrify Expo. I can't come to one of these when they have the Ford EVs in the demo line and not spend quality time with them. Yes, it's nice to test drive the Lucids, which are way out of my price range unless I'm only looking used, but the Mach E's and the Lightnings, they're obtainable. So we're gonna start with a Lightning, and I don't know, John, are you gonna try it? Are we gonna do a Mach E too, or what?
I don't know, we'll find out.
We'll see what's going on. That's a pretty big screen. Before I switched over to electric cars, my vehicle was an F-150. So the screen was that big.
Yeah.
It does ride smoother than my old truck did. How do you
Is it
adjust?
just this generation that we're now getting the IRS and the F-150? The independent rear suspension?
Yeah, it's only the Lightning.
Only
Yeah,
the Lightning?
just
Oh,
the
I see.
The other F-150s are solid rear axles.
Makes sense.
Still, I believe. Oh my goodness. Yeah, compared to my old truck, this thing's a luxury car as far as the ride.
Of course, like the market here, if you were in Austin.
Okay, Mach E, I see you.
Woo! Oh my God.
Welcome to show
That was
knowing that you're still responsible.
that was half throttle.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, this thing's a monster. For something so big, it is very maneuverable. So you're gonna drive a Mach E or what?
You did it again.
I'm gonna guess this is a premium with the appearance kit. Is that correct?
Do we have ventilated seats in this car?
Yes, we do.
Can we try those out? I don't know where the control is. That's so much better. Yes.
Is the rear air on?
Oh my God. So I used to be a lot porter for one of the dealers that's here. And I was in like a Challenger Scat Pack or something. That was the first car I was ever in that had ventilated seats. And it was the middle of the summer. So like I took an extra long break in that car. It was really nice.
I don't blame you.
Of all the EVs I've driven, I like this one the most.
Okay.
I think it's got the most kind of engaging feeling to it. Maybe it's a little colored because this was the car that I drove on track at Coda, was a Mach E.
Wow.
But the steering is really nice. It's a little like notchy, but I'm kind of used to that. Like the Lucid is like smoother and it still feels okay, but I like this feeling. It's more familiar to me. That's a big advantage that like the legacy manufacturers have over the people who are new in the EV market, is that the EVs feel like EVs, but an electric car from like an old manufacturer feels like a car, right? Whee! Woo!
The car just likes to go.
Yeah, it was a little bit of rotation, it felt like.
So the next stop for us was at Ford. We took out a Lightning, we took out a Mach E. We've had those out on demos before, but the thing is, John, you and I kind of like those cars, right?
That's right.
I still am very partial to the F-150 Lightning. So the gifts that we got the hat, which you'll see this in some upcoming videos. John, you've got the Mach E hat, right? There you go. But the first time we were able to take out an XLT trim in the Lightning and a flash, since they had them here. It wasn't just showing off the Lariats and Platinums like they usually do. And the Mach E you took out was a premium with the appearance package, right?
I don't know. You know more than I.
Yeah, that's what it was. Here, let's get your thoughts on the Mach E.
Sure.
So, what is it that you like about the Mach E?
The Mach E is just, there's something that's nice about the driving experience, right? It's just, it's pleasant. It feels like a car, right? Like the other EVs, even the Fiat, right? Feels like an appliance. But the Mach E, there's some je ne sais quoi, right? Like it's I enjoy driving it.
Me with the Lightning is it's a truck that feels like a normal truck. And compared to the F-150 that was my daily driver for 9 years, it is so smooth and it rides smooth, it corners really well compared to that truck. Now, my Model 3 can out-carve it on a canyon any day of the week. It doesn't have near the body roll that the F-150 Lightning does. But plenty of torque, plenty of power, and you have the utility of a truck with probably the biggest frunk of the EV trucks that are out there. Just absolutely massive frunk with the utility of it. And the prices on those are coming down. I was able to find a used one nearby for about $32,000 and a new Flash for around $54,000. So even without the tax credits, they're coming down. They're getting to be a little bit more reasonably priced. So that's going to wrap up our demo drive experience here at Electrify Expo. Tune in next week. We're going to see what else is here. We'll put up a video about what else we find, e-bikes, e-motorcycles, stuff like that, and anything else EV related here at the Expo. So catch that video next week. Thanks for watching.